All right, so I'm going to start out by saying this is a really bad time of day to do this video because uh, usually around, let's say, like noon to like 5 or 6 p.m., Bmo is in full-on energetic play mode. So he's going to be doing all of his things all the time. Chewing on things he shouldn't be chewing on. Wanting to fly around, do his thing. He's not going to want to cuddle or do any stuff like that. Step up. Step up. Very good. He does listen pretty good. He's not very territorial of his cage. I make it a point to kind of always be in here, cleaning, changing things out. He has a little rope toy right here, which on the back side, you can see he actually kind of has a bit of a cutout right here. So he crawls through there and he'll just sleep there at night. I had an empty food dish right here, which was not intentional, but he just started using that as a toilet on his own, which is great because it makes cleaning the cage a lot easier. That's not to say that he doesn't poop everywhere else, because he still does, but a large majority of it ends up in there. I have a foraging cube right here, so there's a lot of little nooks and crannies for me to hide treats for him, so he gets a little bit of mental exercise, remembering to look around. A couple of little pieces of wood on the bottom here, so he can walk around on those, although most of the time he won't spend time on the bottom of the cage. It's still important to have some kind of stand down there. Another thing that I learned a little late was the center of the cage. Like if you look down, the center of the cage is very open. So if he does fall or fumble one of his flights, he has room to kind of slow himself down, and he's not going to hit like 20 twigs, branches, or whatever on the way down. He has some vegetables there on a rod. I change that out every night. He has his fresh water. He has one type of pellets, and then he has another type of pellets here. And there's usually some egg food mixed in. It looks like he's eating most of the egg food, so I'll have to restock that a little bit. He has chew toys to make sure his beak wears down a little bit and he gets a little bit of calcium in his system. It's very important. I also will put some vegetables in, some vitamins in his water, which will help with that a little bit as well. As far as handling Bmo goes, I'm going to have to find a convenient place to put this phone down. Let's see if we can do this, and Bmo won't knock it down. Come here. All right. So, nope. Yep. See, like I said, yeah, I know you want to play. Come here. Just a minute. Okay. Boop, boop. Very good. So, as far as handling the bird, initially I would carry him around on my finger, which he is not going to cooperate with. What you can do, if he will stay on it, relax. What you can do is, if you put your hand along the back, you can just kind of rotate him backwards a little bit, and then he'll end up in this position. The bird's probably be a little uncomfortable the first couple times you do it, but if you just start giving the neck massages and stuff like that, which again right now it's playtime for him, but they'll calm down and they'll actually really tend to enjoy it. But again, right now it's playtime for him, so it's not going to be a good time. Yeah. All right, trust me, we can all hear you, buddy. Yep. Oh, I know. So, again, one of the joys of owning a parrot is lots of noise. He tends to fly to the top of the fridge. I have a cubby that he likes to fly to, and then he'll hide behind stuff on the fireplace mantle, and he'll just chirp like that for attention. Maybe somebody out there smarter than I am will know exactly what that means, but most of the time it just means I want attention. Oh, I know. Come here, buddy. Oh, no, I don't need you to puke on me. Thank you. Puking on you is their sign of affection. Usually it means they kind of view you as a possible mate, which, again, that comes from where you pet your bird. So top of the head, back of the neck is okay. Anything down the back or along the front, especially the cheeks, is considered, I want to be more than friends kind of behavior. So just know what you're telling your bird. If your bird ends up being horny and has her hormones triggered, then they're more likely to start nipping and biting and all that other stuff. So, and right now, speaking of, that's kind of what he's doing right now, is fluffing himself up to look good. Showing off how dirty he's made my fireplace mantle. All right. So as far as interactions go, it can be very difficult at first to kind of bridge that gap. Like I said, I was lucky I had Bmo to himself, so he was kind of attention starved to begin with. He was in the cage with another Quaker when I first got him, so we did have to separate him, which is unfortunate, but he was still a hatchling, or he was a couple months old when we first got him. But by the next day, he was just super thrilled to have any kind of attention at all. So he'd hop right up on the cage and was thrilled to see us. Happy to be handled. But when he was in the cage with this other mate, well, we were, not mate, brother, sister, whatever it was, shopping, he was very reluctant about being picked up, didn't want to leave the other one. But once you just kind of manhandle him, which it's kind of a rough way of saying that. Once you just pick him up, scoop him up, and take him away from the other one for a little bit, Bmo quickly mellowed out. And then after a day of being separated, just wanted attention of any kind. So that's how we ended up where we are. Bmo, I don't know if you noticed, has a drooping wing on this side. Yes, I have taken him to the vet, and I've taken him to another vet, and then I took him to an avian specialist and spent about $1,600 getting his wing looked at, and I got a resounding, I don't know. So we had his wing wrapped for about a month and a half, and he couldn't really stand the bandages, so we ended up just taking everything off, and he flies. He gets around just fine. He just has a droopy wing. They said it could be a cyst in the joint or cancer, but he's not. He's just turned 1 year old, so it's probably not cancer. Come here. Come. Enough of the squawkins. So I'm going to see, actually, sorry about the mess. We're going to see if we can't get him to do a little flight for us. Yeah, you want some treats? Mm-hmm. So he knows what those are. All right, you're going to go to your cage, and we're going to do some training, okay? So, Bmo, come. You got to be patient with them because they don't always understand what's going on. But he usually does this pretty good. Bmo, come. There we go. Good job, Bmo. We're going to give you a close-up here. I'll give you a treat. There you go. That's a good bird. So he may not understand everything I'm saying, but he can usually get from the tone and inflection of my voice, like if I'm happy or pleased or not. So it's good to praise your bird and talk in a loving way, because they definitely can respond to that. But yeah, I wish I had better advice. I'm sure there's a lot of bird experts out there that can give you better advice, but yeah, it's just spend a little one-on-one time with the bird and letting them adapt to your presence and get used to you, normalize things. Then once they're familiar with you, then interacting with them usually becomes a lot easier. I think it's important too to get them out of their cage, because like I said, he spends most of his day out and about with me. So he's not cage territorial at all. Like, he's happy to let me go in here. I can mess around with whatever I want. And he doesn't mind at all. So I can set him right here. I come in and mess with whatever I want. He doesn't mind. He's just happy to be brought out and get some attention. Talking about you, aren't we? But yeah, if you're gonna get a parrot, I know they look really cute and adorable and, you know, smart little critters, but they will absolutely tear everything apart in your house if you don't watch them like a hawk. They have very strong like dietary needs. They need vegetables and Like they have to have their pellets and the water and the egg food. The cage needs to be clean, like constantly. It's a lot of work. So don't go into it lightly. And then also understand that birds make a tremendous amount of noise. Bmos pretty good once I put a cover over the cage about being quiet. But the whole rest of the day, like if I stick him in his cage, let's see if we can get you in here with one hand. Without you. There we go. Once he's in his cage, he will end up becoming incredibly vocal very quickly, especially if I walk out of sight from him. So we're just gonna peek around the corner here. See? Like immediately he'll start calling for me. And then if I am here and he's in his cage, eventually he'll start trying to sweet talk me. And it'll be like, wee woo. You want to give us a wee woo? Wee woo. Oh, come on, be a good sport for once. He knows the camera's on. He always does. Wee woo. Okay, well, he's not going to do it. But yeah, interacting with the bird can be difficult to start with for sure. But I think one-on-one time, being patient, and just having your presence be there. If you're able to hold them, it's definitely a good thing. I don't know, good luck.